Hello everyone, I'm Claire Stewart. Thanks for joining us. 3 brush fires ripped through Tuscaloosa County this evening, and WVUA was on the scene of all of them. We start in Holt, where a woods fire threatened at least 1 mobile home. Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue got the call around 5:45. Firefighters on the scene told us the person who owns the property had been clearing some land, which actually made it difficult for them to reach the fire. The fire department called in an extra engine truck to help fight the fire from the other side, but that wasn't enough. Battalion Chief Kevin Burgess says they had to get the forestry department and a bulldozer to remove some of the cleared trees.
Well, earlier this afternoon we responded to a brush fire in Holt, 6th Avenue East area. The brush fire extended down into the woods and got a little further than we could handle it, and we've had the forestry respond out here, and they're going to come out and cut a fire line around it.
The fire department also used a helicopter to spot some of the flames. Officials say the wind didn't help while they were fighting the fire. At the same time, Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue was also responding to an area off Clemens Road in Cottondale. Lieutenant Travis Parker says that's where a campfire got out of control near the Creekwood subdivision. No one was hurt, but the smoke could be seen several miles away. Parker says it burned about 2 acres of private fenced-in property. Some of the flames got pretty close to several homes and to the roadway. The 3rd woods fire tonight was on Blue Water Road in northern Tuscaloosa County, and officials say this one may be arson. WVUA's Leah Knight takes us to the scene.
Probably 200 or 300 acres in this fire, and it was set.
That is how Jim Junkin describes the Switz Fire near the Wiley community in North Tuscaloosa County. The Tuscaloosa Forestry Commission received the call around 1 o'clock this afternoon, and they worked well into the evening trying to put it out. When forestry officials first arrived on the scene, they thought that the fire could get much worse. Luckily, the roads and drainages helped to contain it.
It wasn't until we got into the actual firefighting that we had the roads we found that helped us, and we had creeks that helped us hop down there. If it hadn't been for that, we'd have had a major problem here.
Junkin says the fire is contained, so now they're turning their attention to finding the person responsible.
It's going to be investigated. We've got an investigator, and he's going to come up. The unfortunate thing about this is that most times you can't prove anything. It's like we were saying, and unless you can get an admission or actually see somebody sitting, can't do anything. That's the unfortunate thing about it.
In Tuscaloosa County, Leah Knight, WVUA News.
The Wiley Volunteer Fire Department helped the Forestry Commission fight the fire. No one was hurt in the fire, but it did some damage to valuable timber. A trip to Grandma's house turned violent for one Tuscaloosa woman. Captain Lloyd Baker of Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide told us a 21-year-old woman and her baby went to the father's house to talk with his grandmother about some threatening text messages from the baby's father. Captain Baker says the father showed up, started an argument, and when the woman tried to leave, 2 of his friends blocked her in. Baker told us one of the friends punched her in the mouth and the father shot her car once. No arrests have been made yet. For the second night in a row, turnout was low for a public meeting about the Tuscaloosa City Schools' next superintendent. Only a few people showed up at Central High School to express their thoughts about the superintendent search. A similar meeting was held last night, and only about 20 people showed up for it. Even though turnout was low, officials are finding other ways to get input from the community.
This is a busy time of year, but we wanted to provide a variety of avenues so any member of the community would feel comfortable doing this. And some people aren't comfortable doing it online. Some folks want to share more information in depth, and that's what this type of meeting allows.
You can go online and fill out a survey to share your thoughts about the superintendent search. As of noon yesterday, 224 parents have filled out that survey. For a link to the survey, just go to our website, WVUATV.com, and click Numbers and Links. Drivers are taking another punch at the pump. The price of gas jumped another 4 cents overnight to a new national average of $3.43 per gallon. According to AAA, gas has climbed more than 29 cents a gallon since the unrest in Libya started back in February. The average price in Tuscaloosa is $3.35. AAA says a year ago, gas was $2.61 a gallon. With spring break just around the corner, we wanted to see if high gas prices would affect people traveling.
It seems that when the prices of gas go up on the pump, the prices of the airline tickets go up also, because I used to fly for like $250, and now it's like $400, almost $500 to fly home and back. And it's, you know, it's affecting everybody, gas prices, and it seems like they should be able to do a little something about those gas prices.
WVUA wants to hear from you. If you see low gas prices, call the WVUA Pump Patrol hotline. That number is 205-523-5001. Again, 205-523-5001. With spring break just a little more than a week away, many Gulf Coast communities are hoping to see a boost in tourism. Nearly a year after the Gulf oil spill disaster, officials are saying the beaches look good and they're open for business. Today, we spoke with Orange Beach Mayor Tony Keenan. He isn't sure if his town will fill up this spring break, but he says if the phone calls over the past week are any indication, the signs are good.
Spring break is sometimes difficult to assess because folks do a lot at the last minute, but across the board, we seem to be down about 20%. But what we think, the phone calls have actually increased significantly in the last week to 10 days, especially with the pretty weather. So I really believe there's going to be a lot of reservations made at the last minute.
If you're planning to hit the tanning bed before you hit the beach this spring break, medical experts say you might want to think twice. WVUA's Bethany Andrews has more.
You can't go out there looking white.
For many people, prepping for spring break means extra exercise and a golden glow. But experts like Dr. Bruce Pettit with West Alabama Pediatrics says tanning can lead to melanoma.
That's the most dangerous. That's the invasive. That's where, you know, the tan mole spots turn into cancer. Those can be very devastating. Those are the ones that can be malignant.
And the American Academy of Pediatrics is pushing for new laws banning teens from tanning beds.
A lot of things that we do, I think if we do them as a quick fix or try to get this fast tan or whatever, it makes a little bit of sense that that's maybe not the best way to do that.
But most tanning salons say they are already working to keep minors safe.
They come in with their parents. Anybody 17 or below has to come in with their parent and let them sign.
Adam Lewis owns Tanning Oasis. He encourages customers of any age to practice safe tanning, whether it's in the salon or on the sand.
If you have any kind of skin cancer or melanoma in your family, always, you know, it's not smart to tan. I mean, no matter what.
And those with tanning experience say they know the risks.
Best way is just to go to the tanning bed for about 4 weeks or so and just get that basic tan, not just keep a whole membership for the year, but just get a basic tan just for the summer.
I think if you don't have a reason, you should definitely stay away from them because you're going to regret it when you're older.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa County, Bethany Andrews, WVUA News.
The American Academy of Pediatrics reports since 1992, the number of melanoma cases in young women has gone up 3% every year. They say teens who use tanning beds pre-age their skin by 20 years. We're seeing lots of beautiful sunshine in West Alabama, but Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott says changes are headed our way. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Claire. Yeah, first off, now it's dark outside, so we don't have that sunshine anymore, of course, but temperatures are still mild out there. We got 66 in Tuscaloosa, temperatures not falling fast at all. We got 64 in Birmingham, 62 degrees down in Marengo County, Demopolis. The clouds rolling back in. We had that sun, bright sun, early this morning, but the clouds quickly moved in this afternoon and tonight. And you notice some returns showing up around Louisiana, some of those showers trying to lift northward, but I think we stayed dry tonight, and at least for the first half of tomorrow through about lunch, and then showers do gradually move in. So we start off dry tomorrow, 9 o'clock, 62 degrees, mid-60s for highs by 3 o'clock. Light rain showers definitely likely between lunch and 3 o'clock, but really heavy stuff moves in tomorrow night. I've got the full details and home team weather. Stay with us.